we've been talking about something deep than what we say in our round table stage and our round table. I know things brothers told me that I ain't sharing ever.
I haven't either.
Because when Tyrone finds out that you said something about somebody else in the group, it's over. You're automatically out.
You're out of here. That's it. That's right. Because that's what we have to learn. We as men, we already have problems communicating with one another.
Yes, we do.
And then when you share a secret with another brother, then you share that, then you have broke that trust, you have broke the confidence, and you will never gain that back again.
Yep.
Never.
It says, it goes to our 7 commitments. Binding trust in our heart with its soul, with it support, honor, and be honest
with each other. That's right, brother. That's right. Absolutely. All right, brother. Let's go. Let's go.
What is a man?
Wow.
Is he someone who is tall and strong and tall?
Good God. Now these are some questions that you need to listen to what Brother John is saying, because this is what you need to think about this. This is serious.
Is taught and talented as he plays ball? Is he someone who is hardened and rough?
Wow.
Who smokes and drinks and swears enough? Is he someone who chases women hard?
Yes.
With a quest to conquer but never dropping his guard? Is he someone with a good business mind?
All right.
Who gets ahead of others with his nose to the grind?
All right.
It's kind of like a poem.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of flowing, right?
Or is he someone who tries his best, not really caring about any of the rest?
Yeah.
What is a man? Does anyone really know?
Does anybody really know what a man is?
You know, we should make this show into a poem and put our names on it.
Hey, that's the idea, right?
Because when I was reading it, it was flowing like a poem to me.
All right.
What is a prototype? To whom shall I go?
Okay, this is a question. Who is the prototype of being a real man? And who can you look up to?
It's supposed to be your dad.
It should be your dad. It should be your father.
But most people don't have the father.
Most people don't have the father. So now a lot of us are wondering here to and fro, looking for that answer or that person to help us in our lives and our struggle as trying to be a man.
But see, sometimes that brings you down because you talk to the wrong person.
That's true. That's true. That's true. Absolutely, I agree.
Dad. Is your son is asking those very questions right now as he grows up under you. And in fact, many of the social problems of our day, plummeting mortality, rising crime, violence, abuse, reckless pleasure seeking, spring from the coil of direction of disconnected sons.
All right, there's 2 words: a directlessness.
Disconnected boy.
Disconnected. We talked about this a couple months ago, about being disconnected. When a young boy is disconnected from his feelings and from his emotions and who he is as a young boy,
he walk around doing whatever he wants.
He's gonna do whatever he wants because there's no connection, there's no purpose there.
There's no guidance.
There's no guidance. Exactly. So he'll never learn how to grow up to be that young man that he's supposed to be, because the king is in him, but he has not been trained to bring it out of him. Good God.
Brother Tyrone, we hitting hard right now.
Ooh, my God, my God. Come on, brother.
Conversely, I believe in a healthy, vibrant masculinity goes hand in hand with social stability.
So true.
It's so true because...
So true.
I'm going to say that generally speaking, most men raise their kids up to be the wrong type of kid.
Yes, I agree, sir. I agree.
So I'm going to elaborate on that a little bit. Because it's all about what the boy sees. Because as he's growing up, he emulates whatever his father is doing.
Absolutely.
So if his father is doing drugs or whatever, he might grow up because that's all he's been around. That's all he knows.
That's right.
But see, we got to take that child and put him in a positive field.
That's right.
Because when he gets the positive vibes, he grows up to think, oh, I got to do this.
That's right.
This is how I do this.
Exactly.
But that kid that's been around the drugs and the violence all his life is going to grow up to be engaged in stuff because that's all he knows. That's his culture.
That's his environment. That's what he grows up in. That's right. Absolutely, Brother Josh. I agree. Awesome.
So I hope to when I see the work of movements such as Promise Keepers.
If you never heard of Promise Keepers, that's another men's movement that's been going on for years. Mr. McCarthy started this maybe 20 years ago. Very powerful. Very powerful.
That was me.
Okay.
All right, I think I need to go further, bro.
All right. And so we gotta look for the right man. All right. Let's get down into this. Okay. Let's go to 1.
When does one become a man?
Wow. That's huge.
That's a good question.
That's huge. When does one become a man?
So people out there, YouTube land, how does one become a man? You're asking. Well, we're about to tell you right now, right now.
Go ahead, brother.
Does it just happen? No, it doesn't happen. It is taught. It is trained inside that boy.
That's right. That's right.
When a boy reaches puberty or when he leaves home.
Yes.
Does he achieve it when his bags first bump? When his bags, his first buck. Oh, okay. Or drinks his first beer.
Yes. Some think that. Some think that.
Does it come with a driver's license or with a diploma at graduation?
We think that.
We do, but it's not.
And it's not. That's right.
Does it take a woman to help him become a man?
Where he first had his first experience with a woman, he think he a man. All right, come on.
We all think with our other head.
Yeah, that's true. He gets
we think we can knock it down and just keep going.
Yeah, raw dog, huh?
You stole my line, Tyrone. Raw dog.
Yes, sir.
And where do you fit into all of this, Dad? In my estimation, fathers today are coming up short with their sons.
Yes.
At 3 critical points.
Let's go. Point 1.
First, we have failed to deliver to our sons a clear, undescribed, unspring, biblically grounded definition of man.
There it is. Number 1. You heard what Brother Josh said. Number 1 is that we as men
have failed to deliver our sons a clear, unspring, uninspiring, biblically grounded definition of manhood.
There it is. Because we don't know as men what the definition of manhood is. When we think of the word of manhood or think of man, we think, well, I pay my bills. I take care of my house.
No, that's a responsibility.
There you go. That's a responsibility. And that's so true. But we get in our head that that's what manhood is. No, that's just a little part of it, sir. All right? Okay? So we as men, we have to teach that young boy, tell him what the definition of manhood is, and then show him. All right? Action speaks louder than words. Go ahead, Brother Josh.
That's one question.
Number 2.
How critical is that?
Oh, I'm sorry. We're still at number 2. Number 1.
Is it comparable to a hunter without a gun? Or a soccer game without a ball?
So true. So true.
Or a cross-country trip without a map?
Absolutely.
Telling a boy to be a man.
Wow.
Without defining manhood is like saying be a success. It sounds good, but particularly it takes you nowhere.
There you go. Absolutely true. Then we talk about this. The biggest thing that we can tell a man can tell a boy.
Be a man.
Be a man. We had that broadcast about 2 months ago. Powerful. All right, go to the second one.
Second, most fathers lack a directional process.
A direction. There goes that bow and arrow again.
Yep.
No directional process. So we ain't got to even go no further, Brother Josh. There's a process in manhood. Training that young boy. Brother Josh just said it. When a young boy, a Jewish young boy, reaches 13, he has a ceremony. A bar mitzvah. You are now a young man. This is the responsibility you take on. He is trained from a young boy up until that point, and then he knows. We as men, as in regular society, we just keep growing. Our parents that just get a job, go to school. They ain't gonna tell us nothing about manhood, do they? Nothing. All right.
A third shortcoming involves the loss of ceremony.
There it is. There it is. Go ahead.
See, a ceremony for us men is being bestowed the masculinity.
Yeah, that's true.
But see, we've been lacking that.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
I ain't gotta go no further.
All right. Okay. Let's go ahead.
The relevance of knighthood.
Okay. The reason why I'm bringing knighthood in this is because this is a perfect example on how that king is inside that young boy. Same thing. It's the same principle, but it has to be taught.
Especially when the queen do.
That's why I tell you we're gonna eventually have this manhood ceremony. Eventually, we're gonna have one.
This medieval figure casts an impressive masculine shadow.
Yes.
Clothed in chainmail, brandishing a sword, and mounted on an invincible steed. Which is a horse.
Yeah, exactly. You got it, Brother Josh.
Or a donkey or whatever it is.
Yeah, it's a horse. It's a horse. It's a big horse. It's a big horse. Little big horses.
The knight remains even today a powerful symbol of virile manhood.
That's right.
What's that word?
Vistas
of knighthood still dot our cultural landscape. From our language to our ideals to our traditions.
That's right.
For example, when a woman speaks of my knight in shining armor,
see, there it goes.
She envisions a man. There it goes. Envisions.
Envision. That's right.
Of noble character, romantic sensibilities,
all right,
and brave deeds.
There it is. So, good God from Zion, Brother Josh. Wow.
Our concept of the gentleman had its origins in the chivalric code of honor.
That's right.
Many military ceremonies and traditions were birthed in the kingly courts of the 13th century era.
That's right.
The U.S. Army sports teams from West Point are still called the Black Knights.
That's right. They sure are.
And who among his boys don't throw to the legends of King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table?
There it is.
The knight survives in our collective conscience like an ancient Superman, committed to a code of that Tennyson
summarized
as living pure, speak true, right, wrong, follow the king.
All right. So there's a code of conduct when it comes to being a king and as well as being a knight, and those things have to be taught to you. And a lot of you men, I don't want y'all to feel bad. We're not pointing fingers, because I ain't really no man either. You may say, well, how can you say? Well, I can't, because I'm still learning. I'm still learning.
We're all still learning.
We're still learning. But we want to train you and get you to a point where you could be much better off than you were 5 years ago or 10 years ago. Brother Josh, I'm telling you, he's been with me for 4 years, and I mean, he has grown tremendously since he has been here. He has learned tremendous. He go out and teach these people. I remember when Brother Josh, I remember when we first started, I told Brother Josh, we was in our round table, and we had got finished with our meeting. And I said, when you go out and talk to brothers, tell them what MSF is all about. What does it stand for? What does it mean? What does the brotherhood mean? He said, well, you give me something written down so I can look at it? And I said, it has to be a part of this. But now you can do it, can't you?
Yes, sir.
You see how you have changed because you started to believe and start receiving the knowledge and the stuff that we have been teaching. Now you can go out, no problem. That's what it has to become. It has to become a part of you. And once this stuff becomes a part of you, you live that stuff, man. Brother Josh called me nothing more now than he has ever called me. What's up, bro?
Yeah, that's my favorite. What's up, Tyler?
Wow, this is huge. All right, Brother Josh.
Read the italics for me there, brother.
All right. Not a knighthood provides for modern day dads a model that means an example of hope, all right, for raising healthy sons with moral and spiritual vision despite our own increasingly dark, cruel culture. So what that means is that we're living in a dark culture. All the things that pertains to man has been pushed under the rug. Everything now is focused on the woman. And whatever the woman said that man should be, or whatever the man box said it should be, that's it. And that's what we get condemned at, because we don't know what a lofty vision of manhood is. Until we learn what a lofty vision of manhood is, we're gonna be lost. Wow.
Dads with a mission.
There we go, brother.
You want me to read that? You want to skip?
Yeah, go ahead, brother. Yes, that's important. Yes, sir.
It's natural for sons need fathers who are involved in their lives.
Yes.
Dads who will love them, teach them, and discipline them. But clearly, sons also need a masculine vision.
There it is. There's that vision again.
They need a manhood language.
A language of manhood.
They need a ceremony.
Good God from time. Woo.
All they need, and they need other men. Knighthood offers all this and more.
Other men. What did we, when you first came there, you got in that round table, you didn't know what was going on.
Nope.
You didn't know what was going on.
I was lost.
I know you was. I know you was. So we have to bring other men into the circle so we can help and nurture one another. All right. So you got to have 3 parts. You have to have a vision or a plan. 3, you got to speak like a man. You got to speak to the heart of the man. Don't just talk about sports. Don't talk about women and call it. No, we got to get down into the heart of man where it hurts at. That's the language of manhood.
But see, let me say something.
Go ahead, brother.
Lines, because when we get that deep, we're bringing out something of somebody that's not supposed to come out.
Well,
the meaning.
Okay, I'm listening.
Meaning, sometimes we get more than we bargain for when we get deep down inside somebody.
That's true.
Somebody's hurting.
That's true.
You never know what that person's going through.
No, you don't.
Until you talk to that person.
Yes.
But see, that person may be so hurt because somebody else did something to him that he don't want to talk about it.
And I understand that. But same thing with you. You didn't come out right away with all your stuff when you came out, but I continue to love you where you at. I didn't force you. I didn't do that. I continue to love you.
It came out in time.
It came out in time. So we're not here to force you to talk about anything, but we want to make it easier. If you ever want to contact us and talk about it, we're here for you. All right? We're not here to condemn you. We're here to love you where you're at. All right, Brother Josh. Now, where you been? Because that's not important. Go ahead, Brother Josh.
First, the knight
embodied
a well-defined set of ideals.
Okay, did you remember we talked about this ideal stuff before? We have to have some type of plan, some type of guideline for us. Go ahead, Brother Josh. Woo, this is good stuff, man. I'm getting ready to shout.
Do it, brother. That's all I got to say. God moving us in the way we need to go tonight.
My God, my God.
See, He's moving us where we need to go.
Oh, yeah, man, this is good stuff here. Wow.
Many knights sincerely adhered to and embraced a moral code of honor.
There you go.
They pledged themselves to their Lord, their King, and their God.
All right, we have to make a pledge here at MSF. When I started this organization 6 years ago, when I organized that organization, I said, whatever we say in this organization, it stays here. I said, I'm going to love you regardless. And the way I showed that, I didn't only show it in action, all right? I said it and I treated them just like everybody else. Josh was no better than Brother Keith. Brother Keith was no better than so-and-so. Brother, whoever else was there with us, we all treated the same. So until you make a commitment, good word, Brother Josh. Until you make a commitment first to yourself, to the brothers around you, and to God, then you will never have an idea or a clue what manhood is all about.
But if you don't, you're going to walk around the world looking lost.
Absolutely, Brother Josh. Man, this is huge.
One historian writes, honor was the shrine at which the knight worshipped. Mm-hmm. It implied renown, good conduct, and the world's approval.
Okay.
The word of honor, I'm going to say it again.
Here it is.
The word of honor, see?
Mm-hmm. What does the word honor mean, sir?
It means when we say we're going to do something, we do it.
There you go, a man of your word. We just talked about this in The Man in the Mirror.
Yep.
Just talked about that 3 weeks ago. About time management and why do men waste their time and can't keep their word? That's your code of honor, your word.
See, when that's gone, it's over.
It's over. You can't trust them.
Can't nobody trust you.
If I had ever lied to Brother Johnson, he can't organization, he wouldn't be here today. I have never one time lied to this brother. I told him the truth. I said, this is going to be done. This is what we're going to do. And I have done it. That's what you got to do. That's all you have been is your word and your pride. Once one of those are gone, you through.
Many knights also become Millet Christi.
Christi, okay.
Or meaning Knights of Christ.
Yes.
As such, they believe they bore responsibility to the kingdom of God and to society as a whole, not just the lords they serve.
That's right, brother. That's right.
This chivalric code of honor formed the moral and social bedrock of noble life. Mm-hmm. Sorry, Ryan, I'm going to hit you. It gave order and substance to age otherwise in chaos and confusion.
All right. Here we go.
As a symbol of manhood, a knight's chivalry points to one of the most pressing needs of young men in our generation. A well-defined set of ideals.
Okay, how many boys do you know? And I'm going to speak from my experience. As a young boy growing up back north in New York, New Jersey, I ain't have a freaking clue what it was to grow up to be a man. Nobody showed me, even though I didn't have a father, even though I had a cousin that was really much older, he didn't teach me nothing about being no man and what a man is. I didn't have no idea, no clue.
You got to learn on your own.
Yeah, but you can't learn on your own and you're going to be a freaking dummy or an idiot walking around thinking that you're something that you're not. That's where the mask comes in when we're younger because we're trying to hide something that we don't have.
But see, when we get exposed, that mask come off, it's going to hurt. They gonna see when you do so much stuff to hide behind the mask and somebody yanks that mask off, it's going to be painful because they really found out who you are.
Yeah.
Once that mask comes off, the real man is.
But
it goes back to the scripture. It says, "As face reflects face."
Oh my God, that's huge.
A man's word. I mean.
In Proverbs.
Yeah, it said, Now that I am not so known, but I am known by my heart.
There you go, brother. There you go. You know by your heart, not the face.
They're not judging you on what you know.
Yes.
Or what you are.
Yes.
They're judging you on what's in here.
Yes, and that's what's so hard for us as men because we don't want to reveal our hearts. And even though we are hurting, a lot of us men, we are wounded warriors walking around. Every last one of us, majority of, because we have been wounded by who?
Our Father.
9 times out of 10, Jersey, we have been wounded by our Father.
It's called the Father wound.
The Father wound. We talked about this maybe about a year ago. That's right, man. This is some huge stuff, man. Good God from Zion.
As I reflect back.
This is the story here.
As I reflect back, even though my father was around me, I learned a little of what it means to be a man, like you were just saying with your cousin.
I knew and I still don't know. If I wouldn't have listened to God by reading that book by T.D. Jakes and really getting into that emotions, that's where it started. You got to buy it, brother, because that's how this organization started. If you the man, God Almighty,
Come on, Tyrone, get it out, G.
It just hurts me so bad that I see other men now. I'm getting older. I'm starting to see this. A lot of men are walking around hurt. They don't even know what a man is. They think they can sag and they can do this. And you don't even know what a man is.
They know what it is, but it's the wrong sense of knowing what it is.
Well,